back. I hope you're having a good day. All right, this is a Premna. I got it a couple months ago. Kind of got it as a little bit of a Christmas present to myself. Made a little video that day when I came back from the nursery and showed it off and the other ones I got that day. I have a rule where I really don't work a tree especially hard until I've actually had it for a little bit or whatever. I've had it for a couple months now. I can tell, I mean, it is a tropical obviously, and I can tell it didn't really enjoy the cold weather all that much. But at this point, you know, I don't know if you guys can see a lot of these little buds coming out here. But it's got lots of new growth. And even right when I got it that one day, I mean, I was tempted to go ahead and go in there and really prune it a bunch that first day. But it's just got a lot of crazy growth. And there's, you know, here's a branch coming off of this one that's going that way. And it's shot way over here. Here's this branch coming out way down there that originates way up here. So I'm just going to prune it up, and since it's going through its big spring growth spurt, should just get a lot of new growth on it and should have some stuff to work with. I've never had a Premna before, so you know, I don't really know what its growth habits are going to be. Hopefully I don't make too many mistakes. I'd like to point out a couple things here before I get going. This is one of these things of, there was plenty to choose from, and now that I've got it here, I'm kind of wondering what the hell I saw in it, but it's got this big, you know, it's got some movement there coming right out. And then it's just got this big long area going way up here. There's a, you can see here, we're at the nursery, they gave it a big chop there. Which then there's just a little piece that runs off that way, and then they gave it a big chop there. And then it kind of has two that comes off that. The other thing that I kind of noticed is that it's got these bar branches down here, which would cause, you know, obverse taper, but it's just above the soil line. So I'm thinking I'm just going to leave those in place and not cut anything off. I'm going to cut this piece off because it's dead. But anything down here that's live, I'm going to leave there in the hopes that it can kind of get fat enough there to kind of blend into the soil line a little bit. And then I'll just plan on cutting them both off and having the tree up here and hoping maybe that will help fatten that up down there. So I'll go ahead and just start by popping that dead piece off there. I have been trying to watch some other videos, and it really is, you know, just on their care and what people do with them and everything. And it does look like when they're young and small like that, you can get some wire in there, but once they get to a certain part, they really do get hard and really, really lignified. That piece kind of going straight down. This one has, trying to kind of work my way up here a little bit. This piece kind of comes off there really awkwardly off to the side, but then this piece is crossing over a bunch of other ones. But I still think I'm going to take the awkward piece out and just see how that works. The other piece works out. I may pop that off today. I'm just going to kind of wait and see what it looks like once I kind of clean the rest of it up. That one. And then here's that branch. I said originated way up here and was coming out down there at the bottom. Then there was here, I said that, you know, I had this straight piece and then they chopped it and it grew the little piece off going that way. I see it sprouted another straight piece out of there. I think I do want to go ahead and just take that all the way out. That should give me some more choices to look at here. There's a lot of spots that have 3, 4, 5 branches coming out of one node, if you will. And since we are just kind of heading into spring, just going to try to get them down to where there's only one. I'm sure it'll kind of explode with more. Some of these secondary branches are all coming out of that same scar where you can see that original chop they did. As much as I'd like to save maybe one of them, that does look like a spot that could also give me some taper issues one day. Starting to make a little more sense to me. Again, everything down here I'm just going to leave. There's a couple more in here that are kind of going straight up. All right, so I think I'm going to stick with that for a general idea. Really kind of is a little distracting there with those bottom branches still on there, but that gives you an idea of what I was kind of looking for there and everything. And so now that I've done that, I do want to kind of come in here and just actually, there's another spot where it was kind of crossing there. Actually, that one is coming straight up off that one. I'm going to take that one out. And that really does get kind of crazy there with the well, so now I took out a couple more there, just noticed they were crossing as I kind of went in there. And now, you know, I left all the tips of the ones that I wanted to keep while I was doing just that basic pruning there. And now I'm just going to come in and cut a lot of these like way down to size. I don't see any budding on the trunk, but I see lots of budding way back on these branches. When I did first bring this home, it got attacked by some ants, and I'm not really sure. I kind of put it where I didn't really have any other trees. And I'm not sure if I just put it in a bad place that had some ants already there, if there was some kind of an issue with the soil or whatever. Then I thought I let it dry out a little bit too much at one point. But I was watering it like all the rest, and it's in organic soil, so I'm not really sure why it would be drying out when I have most everything that I've repotted myself. This is still just in the initial nursery soil or whatever. But most everything else I have in the substrate that drains really, really quick, and this is organic soil, so no, but anyhow, that's what we're gonna do for the day. Should really explode with some growth and come out pretty nice. Thanks for watching.